Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Mahalo Halo Las Vegas and then some. I'm your host, Tony Rose. My girl, MC Lepaleps, is not here with me today. Sad, but that's all good. You know why, guys? Because I have a wonderful guest in the studio today. We are celebrating Women's History Month. Month of March is to celebrate and commemorate our women and all the things that we do, the many hats that we wear, and all the goodness that we try to bring to the community. So I want to welcome a very special lady in our studio because not only is she a mom, a wife, and a dedicated advocate for our community, she is also holding an event here in downtown Container Park on the 21st of March. So here she is. She wants to promote it and also spread awareness of the things that she's putting together for our community. So I want to give her a proper welcome. Women of Impact and Heroes, or her Heroes League will be collaborating for a Women's History Month celebration with a fashion show highlighting women entrepreneurs and athletes on March 21st from 6 to 9 at downtown Container Park. Everybody, welcome to the show, Miss Jennifer Gonzales. Yay! How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Yay! Welcome.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm excited to have you here because I think it's due. It's in due time. You've been doing so much for the community, so we just want to learn what you're up to and how we can support. Tell us a little bit about this organization that you are a part of and you're leading, and see how we can best support you.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me.
Of course.
And everything that you do. And so this is very special because it is celebrating Women's History Month, and really all of the things that women are doing to empower and push that movement forward. Right. And so I guess for Heroes League, that's the organization that I founded. Mm-hmm. We are primarily women's sports focused, where we have league on Sundays, we host camps, we also host events, but our primary thing is we play basketball on Sundays. And I love to say this is, some women go to brunch, we play basketball.
Nice.
And that's the community thing that we do and we do with each other.
Right.
And all of the women that comprise of the league are mothers, daughters, sisters, friends, but they're also players and pioneers in the community.
Nice.
And so we're able to not let our hair down, but put it up.
Yes.
And put on our sneakers.
In a messy bun.
Yes, in a messy bun, and play the sport that we love.
Right.
And so we've been doing that since 2009.
Wow.
And right now, there's two different divisions. So I have a lower division. I don't like saying lower.
Just it's more rudimentary.
More recreation based.
Right.
And then I have an elite level. And in this elite level, I have women that have played overseas, that have played in the WNBA, collegiate level players. And so they're looking for that high level competition. And then in our recreation division, it's more like moms, more women that have played and want to just kind of like get our shots up and have fun.
And get after it again. Right.
But it's a beautiful thing when we can all come together on Sunday and still share that experience.
Oh, well, it's kind of it's your ministry, definitely. And I think, with your, sports background, tell us a little bit about how you started in sports and how that really impacts you now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I haven't really thought about this in a while, but my dad actually coached a Phil-Am team in Texas, and he loved basketball, and he kind of did that, and he also officiated. He was a referee. He loved basketball so much. He wasn't any good. So that's why he coached me. But he just loved it so much. Yeah. And I remember this, he would pick us up from school, me and my brother, and he would, change from his work clothes into a referee outfit, and we'd go straight to the gym, and he'd referee, and we'd just watch him, and we'd be there. And this is when we were younger, and he tells me the story, and he said he remembers one day we went to the gym, and I was just like dribbling and shooting and making baskets, and he had no idea that I could do that. And he was like, where did you learn this?
Right.
And I'm like, Dad, you take us to the gym every day.
All the time, yeah. By osmosis, it just happened.
All the time. Like, it's like it was around, and I just picked it up, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And so I played in high school, played varsity all 4 years. I actually tore my ACL. I blew out my knee my senior year. And so it didn't fare well. So I played JUCO, and then kind of just turned into college life. But then that was in Texas. When I moved here to Las Vegas, I was just like every new resident, right? Looking for something, a community, just people to meet. And James, my husband, of course, he's an amazing basketball player and we love basketball. So he fit in right immediately and found like multiple men's leagues. And every gym we went to, I would ask, what's up with the women's league? And every gym I went to said, we don't have one.
Oh, you found the need and you provided.
Yeah. And so at that time I was at UNLV and I was playing, just open gym. And I had told the girls at school, hey, if I get the gym, would you guys come play? Because we can only play here and it's only one day a week.
Right.
And so we got a couple of girls together and I was simultaneously playing with James in these men's leagues. And so after a while and more women heard about this open league, this open run, and we had so many girls, I said, well, how about I just start a league and mirror it like the men's leagues that I'm already playing in? And that was in 2009. We started out with 4 teams in a very like humble way, and now I have anywhere between 15 to 20 teams per season, 80 to 100 women that are actively participating in this women's league. So it's a very beautiful thing and how it evolved.
That is incredible. I mean, it's hard enough to have a league with like 2 teams, 3 teams, right, to manage that, and then now you're just really expanding. So do you have a team that really helps you, coordinate all of this, or are you one woman wearing the many hats that you do?
So I would say my team is my family.
Yeah.
My voluntold. James, shout out Jax and Jace. I have pictures where Jax is like a baby and he's literally propped up on the scoreboard and pushing buttons. And I love that because they've had the ability to grow up around strong women and see community among women and how to support them in the right way. And so I would say, they've definitely been my main support system for these past 15 years, which is this is kind of like a celebratory year for us as well. But then also there's another friend that I have named Dana Tanaka.
Hi, Dana.
Hi Dana. Shout out Dana. Where she came on and she just was like, Jen, I need to help you. And
those are your angels.
Yes. And she just definitely helps with scheduling, helps with logistics, helps find facilities and officials, and so helps out with a lot of that operation component so that I have the ability to do fun things like this and host events and kind of spread the wings of helping empower women.
That's so cool. And I know that, both your kids are now, actively in sports and they're competitive. Your son, Jace, is in the Philippines. Yes. Congratulations.
Shout out.
Yeah. And that's huge because I know what it takes to go to that next, well, I don't know personally, but, the hard work that parents have to put in, the time, the practice, the driving them, getting them up early. So tell us a little bit about that experience because he is back in the Philippines playing in our motherland. So
no, for sure. I love that you want to talk about this because even in our Asian community, I think statistically, I think it's something like less than 3% of kids that play high school basketball go on to play that collegiate level.
Right.
And when you're talking about our Asian community, that number drops significantly.
Right.
And for Jace to do what he does, not to put him on a pedestal, it's, like you said, a testament to what does that village look like and not even the information that you're getting. And where am I putting my money to help my kid achieve his dream?
Right.
And we had to explore a lot of avenues as far as like club play, circuit, tournaments, training, all of that. And so it actually happened through this organization called Philam Nation, where we attended a showcase and he was able to be spotted there. Right. We didn't know it at the time, but he had a 40-point game, he had a 30-point game. Wow. He was just killing it. Right. And the director came up to me and said, hey, we actually invited some college coaches from the Philippines and they want to talk to Jace. And I was like,
Of course,
go talk to him. And he comes back and he's like, they want to offer me a scholarship.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, again, the doors, you just try to make as many doors available.
Right.
So that way, whenever, they can walk through the one that's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I have, if anyone wants to talk about it, for sure, because I know and I see it as a growing thing, and people don't know that there is an opportunity to play overseas. They think that like once the doors shut here, that there's not a next level.
Right.
And I really do want to help be a megaphone for that, to know, again, for like our Filipino, community that like, hey, if your son has a dream to play overseas, it's 100% possible.
Yeah, no, and I it resonates with me because my daughter is trying to go to, college level gymnastics. So all the time, all the practice, it's all her. But as parents, it's like we want to support that dream. And especially as Filipino Americans, we are like, oh, well, you have to have a backup plan. You have to do this. But it's like if we really push and we allow them to fly, I think they'll fly high, soar high. And, and like you mentioned, you might be going back to go watch him in
so
March.
In that there's this tournament called NBTC, and both Jace and Jax will be playing.
Nice.
So they got invited to play, so we'll be able to be in that capacity where we see both of them play in this Asian tournament.
Right.
They'll be invited from all over the Philippines and other countries.
Yeah, and Kuya Jay here, one of our hosts here, he also hosts, a league for our Philam ballers.
I know
Kuya Jay, right? So, of course, you guys are definitely bringing that love for the sport, and opening up those doors for our youngers, because our younger community, it's like, oh, well, we don't see many Filipinos, but then now they're a little bit more prevalent, and you're like, okay, things are happening, we're making a name for ourselves. So kudos to you guys. So tell me a little bit more about this event that you're having on March 21st. You're combining the athletics and then also the fashion.
Yes.
So tell me about the collab that you're having with your show.
So this isn't the first time that we've done this, and this was kind of like a brainchild because I have a couple of friends and I love fashion. I love to be able to express yourself through that avenue.
Right.
And a few of my friends had owned their own clothing boutique.
Nice.
And we were chatting one night and I said that would be great. I was telling her, I was like, I want to find more ways to resource these women that I have in my league where we can support women entrepreneurs.
Right.
Because if we're spending our dollar, why shouldn't we should be supporting each other.
Right,
And I'm like, I feel like there's just not enough awareness for that. Like they want to shop, but they're on, Fashion Nova or something.
Like Etsy.
Or Etsy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no, we have women here that, could use your support. And so when we sat down and we talked about it, and then James being at the park, we said, like let's have this fashion show where we can combine forces, and allow these women athletes that are only seen in our basketball clothes the opportunity to express themselves through fashion, and do that with the support of these women clothing business owners to showcase what they have and bring more marketing and awareness to their brand. And so that was kind of how that evolved. And then there's been different pieces, and each year we try to look like, how can we grow, how can we make this bigger, how can we get more women involved. And it's just such a beautiful thing is when I was fortunate enough to meet Christina, who is the founder and president of Women of Impact.
Nice.
And I actually got to be a part of some of her events, and I got to see what she was doing through recognizing women.
Right.
And so I called her and I'm like, dude, we have to do this together.
Right.
Because again, that vision of taking women and how can we connect the dots? How can we help each other? How can we really support each other versus just like seeing each other on Instagram?
Right.
And on a very surface level. And I think that is through community and FaceTime and really hearing each other's stories. And that's why I love that we're calling this Her Story.
Her Story.
So that we can really communicate that and be able to tell the tale.
Yeah, and you have his story, you have her story. And I think, the power of collaboration, I mean, we talk about this here on the show a lot because it is such a magical thing when you combine your talents and giftings from God and allowing it to really shine, whatever it is, whether it's fashion, athletics, or music. And you guys are doing it, and that's so cool that obviously, hey James, Container Park can host this, and it's such a beautiful venue because it's outdoors, and you guys have kind of like the creativity to set it up how it's kind of like Mahalo Halo, where we can come in there and be like, hey, just community is very community friendly. And is this all ages? Is it a ticketed event this time, or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So I do want to just shout out the Container Park and James specifically for giving us that autonomy, right? And that it is a local establishment that really believes in promoting not just local businesses but local people, and really highlighting the heart of Las Vegas. And I don't think there's enough emphasis on that. Even when I'm down there, I'm like, there's a lot of tourism that goes down there, but I'm like, this is still a local spot where people locally should be hanging out, and all of the tenants are local business owners. But for the event specifically, it is a free event. to be able to attend.
Okay.
So yeah, we will have some like sponsorship and like being able to donate to both of our causes within Women of Impact and Heroes League, and what we do to help support that. But we wanted to make it a free event so that anybody could attend. Right now, all of the models are just the women athletes in the league and the women business owners.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the athletic build, you have the models, or just every body, every type, every shape. I think is more ideal to watch, because it empowers each other and empowers us women who are just like, hey, I could be an athlete or I can be a model. Like, which one do you want to be, right?
And that's where we want to kind of like break down those barriers, because there's a lot of like identity like pigeonholed of like, okay, you're just a basketball player or you're just a professional. Where I want to give women that encouragement that they can intersect. And I hope to be the embodiment of that, where, hey, it was so funny because I went to one of Christina's events and I had my league and we were in basketball shorts. And then in an hour, I shot over and got to model in her fashion show and put on my heels and a jumpsuit. And it was just like, this is what you can do. And you don't have to just limit yourself to who you want to be and how you want to live.
You can always reinvent, and I think that's the beauty of like evolving. And as women, we find the things that we're passionate about, and it's like 1 year we're like, hey, we want to do athletics, and then the next year, like you are, it's like you're combining your love for fashion. And some people kind of are uncomfortable with that because it's like they're so used to certain people just being in this box. So I love that you're doing that. Is there a specific aesthetic or fashion line that you guys are promoting, or you can drop names of those that are participating if you like?
Yeah. So as of right now, we're working the list of business owners that are going to be involved. But we did want to open it up. And so as far as like not having a specific thing. So there will be like athletic wear. We're going to have the opportunity for even professionals to have that, but then also a casual. And so we're trying to involve all of that and not to, just keep it to a certain thing. There's another lady that owns a Filipino store, and so to even bring that cultural aspect to it of like how we're being represented and even the history of people.
And I love that it just so happens like you are Pinay and we're here in Las Vegas and we have such a huge Filipino community, and the athletics part I think is key. Not everybody, growing up I played sports. I played 4 years varsity volleyball, so it's like I love that we can connect on that, but also as moms and as entrepreneurs and as business owners and as professionals. So there's so many layers to us as a people, and like bringing you on here, I was so excited because I was like, I see what you do online, but we're so busy, we never get to really connect on that like grassroots. So I'm so glad you're here. So tell us how we can find the event on March 21st. If you have any social media that you want to promote and plug.
So Heroes B-Ball on Instagram, Woman of Impact on Instagram. We will have an Eventbrite up soon to start just promoting the event. And so we'll be doing a lot of that, and mainly on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, we'll be doing it through that.
And then how can we find you? Do you have your page, or is it just for what is it? What was the Instagram again?
Heroes B-Ball.
Heroes B-Ball. Is it on Facebook also?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the Facebook page. It's Heroes Women's Basketball League on Facebook. And then on Instagram, it's Heroes B-Ball, just HEROES B-Ball.
Perfect.
And so, yeah. But I did want to just also say, like, I love you for what you just said as far as, like, connecting, and even as moms. Because I feel like I've had a lot of like mom conversations where they almost want to tap out, where it's like, I'm just a mom and I'm just doing this, and it is hard, but knowing that again through connections, there's so much opportunity to continue to thrive and grow and do the things that you love and feel purposeful. And it's not, we're just moms.
Exactly.
Right?
And it's heartwarming because I know that you're also in ministry and you're serving your community not only through our businesses and the services of the community, but also through God's work. So it's hard because sometimes we get lost in the world of wanting to accomplish things, but it's like, really, what's the purpose, what's our goal, and what's our why? And that's to serve ultimately God's work.
Amen.
So I'm really happy that you're here, and I know that you're a busy woman, and shout out to Container Park, because they are a hub to a lot of the local businesses that we hold here in Las Vegas, Arts District, and just downtown in itself. I think if you haven't been to Container Park, check it out, March 21st from 6 p.m. And on.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. we won't put a stop to it, because I know that, if it's a good time, everybody's kind of just enjoying, and it's a family affair. So come through March 21st. Is there any other, I know we'll invite you back. I want to invite some of the ladies to really share, their journey through this whole process, and, just really celebrate Women's History Month this month, and, be excited about what we're doing and all the things. So tell us, if you are an entrepreneur and a mom like Jen and I, tell, our moms out there what a word of encouragement, or, something.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I love that. I'm a firm believer in affirmations. I say something, I would encourage you to establish that. I say this to myself every morning. I'm a warrior. I'm a light. I'm a wife. I'm a queen. I'm confident. I'm courageous. I'm a loving mother. I'm a daughter of the living King. And I give all glory to God. And I think even if you're not faith-based, to definitely, have that higher power to be able to look towards when things aren't going your way and life is lifing.
Yeah.
But
life is lifing.
When life is lifing. But to always remember community, and that there are people, and that God would not give you a test without a testimony, and to persevere through that, because you need to, because someone needs to hear your story.
Yes, you guys. And she's a mom of two growing boys, and we are always busy doing the thing. So I'm just really excited for this event. Definitely going to be there to support. And then I can't wait for you guys to join us again with the additional ladies that will be sharing their story here on Mahalo Halo.
Yeah. Maybe you should model.
I will model sitting down, eating my hot dog. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Maybe. We'll talk offline.
We'll talk
offline. And is there anything that you're, aside from this, I know you might have other things that you're covering in personal, like, do you have any personal things that you want to accomplish this year? It's early on in the year.
Oh my goodness. Just focus on my family.
Yeah.
I love them so much. That is definitely my why, my purpose, my boys and James, as far as why I do the things that I do and how I make my daily decisions. I just really want to make them proud.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do any of the things that I do without them.
Yeah.
And so just personally goals is to grow our family unit, especially with him overseas. And that's why we're kind of taking that trip.
Yeah, that's huge.
Is to continue to see how we can still be there for each other and be intentional. And I think that's an important part of family is, like, we all say, like, family's important, but do we really make time for them?
Yeah. The time is of the essence.
And the intentionality behind it. I would really like to grow the league. I think there's a lot more women that want to play and want to be active. And so in the community that we're building through that, and then being able to reach out with amazing women like you and like Christina, where we can start connecting dots in these organizations that are kind of separate, how we can, collaborate and make that movement even better and stronger and faster.
Yay, amen. I love it, guys. This is an encouraging day. As women, I think we wear many, many hats, and we are pulled, kind of all over the place. But at this point, I think if you have the intentionality and the purpose in doing what you do, it comes easy, right?
Amen.
So, yay. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, here we are with Miss Jennifer Gonzales. She is a trailblazer here in Las Vegas. March 21st, we are going to be at the downtown Container Park from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Check it out. Once again, plug your Instagram for the people.
Yep. So you can find, I don't mind doing my personal either.
Yeah, you can.
My personal, because I'm honestly, I
don't give me your social security.
No. I'll stop there. I am genuine. I am JEN, the letter U, WIN, because I win.
Yeah.
I am genuine, and I'm genuine. And Heroes B-Ball, HEROES Be Ball.
I love it.
And then a woman of impact. I have to shout out Christina because she has been a godsend, and she really knows how to have events and bring people together, and her heart is good, and she wants to, again, collaborate. So I love Connection, and she's been an amazing resource for me.
Well, shout out to you amazing women out there. It is March. It's Women's History Month, guys. You are watching Mahalo Halo and then some. I am here with Miss Jennifer Gonzales, and we are ready to kick this month off with amazing kick-ass women. So you guys, we will see you on March 21st. Thanks again for watching Mahalo Halo and then some. See you guys later.